Hello, strange times we're in, yes. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for those that tried to get on the live stream. That didn't work. I don't know if it's because all 22 people in my neighborhood are working from home, or I guess maybe 44 if you count, 2 adults per household. So I appreciate your patience. While we get this worked out, this was kind of a last minute decision, after I checked the library on Friday, and at that time we were planning on moving forward. And then after some conferences for healthcare practitioners and different things that I attended over the weekend, virtually of course, and then my last call at 3:30 yesterday, I consulted with a few people and decided to make the call last night that we wouldn't have an in-person class, although with everyone off work, attendance probably would have been stellar, right? And I did that because of just the threat to the community, and although many of you I know very well and may have even seen in my practice, I don't know everyone's health history, and so I just want to make sure that we do our due diligence and do our part, and follow the social distancing as we should. When I sent that to Natalie, she had replied that they were had some meetings that day and they were along the same vein or in agreement. So here we are, digital classes. Interestingly, I do digital classes for a number of platforms. Usually it's not from my husband's messy command center desk. Usually we set up a full studio in front of the stone wall in my kitchen with lights and booms and a camera that follows me instead of a stationary camera that I'll try to follow. So we'll do the best we can with this format, and hopefully by next week I'll have a better plan B for us, or we'll be right back with the library. Something else I'm going to do today is set up a time for us to have a virtual tea. It's much easier to control when I'm in front of the computer. I can help with tech issues and those sort of things. So I'll host a 30-minute virtual tea. We can all have our tea and chit-chat. Because the yoga is fun, but the community is even better. And even though, a lot of things are canceled right now, connection doesn't have to be canceled. And then, of course, if any of you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask me, what can I do to help protect myself, or to, reduce anxiety, or any of those things that you guys might need assistance with right now. My virtual inbox is open for questions, or many of you have my number and text me. So I just want to make sure that you all are taken care of in this time. Also, even though contact isolation is important with this, as well as airborne isolation, right? If anyone needs any supplies dropped, let me know. I'm actually out of eggs. People have bought them all. I have less than a dozen, although I get about a dozen per day, so I can't help yet in that department. But if you have a reason why you can't go to the store or pick something up, then please just let me know and we'll figure out all the details, and I'm happy to drop stuff on your porch if you need me to. So let's use this time to bring in peace and exhale all the panic, right? So that's kind of the theme today, is inhaling peace and exhaling panic and anxiety and fear, because that is just as bad on your immune system as, anything else, right? Okay, so we've already done this part, but we're gonna do it again. If you will just relax back on your back. And normally I don't get to join you for this part because I am normally sitting up watching, right? So we're gonna relax back on our back and start in Shavasana to center ourselves in our practice. So you'll just relax back, tuck those shoulder blades in, relax that pelvis, right? You can have your knees tented, and you can spread those feet mat distance apart and allow those knees to knock in. Palms face up if you're needing a little bit more today, so you're kind of fatigued or maybe didn't sleep well last night. Palms face down if you're feeling kind of panicky and anxious, right? Palms on your tummy if you're having a lot of time settling down. This can be really, really helpful. And so we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, and then exhale with sound. Do that again. Take a nice big deep breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, gently close your eyes. Allow your breathing to return to normal. For your first couple of inhales and exhales in this peaceful state, I want you to think as you inhale, peace. And as you exhale, worry, anxiety, panic. Inhale, peace. Fill the lungs all the way up. And exhale, worry and panic and anxiety. Inhale, peace. And exhale, worry and panic and anxiety. Allow your breath to return to normal. And just be. This is also a really good time to do a body scan. Checking in, breathing in to each area of the body and noticing any sensations. And when you find sensation, try not to judge it as good or bad, but just breathe into it, acknowledge it, and file it away as information for your practice today. Begin to deepen your breath, breathing in fully, expanding the rib cage, expanding the abdomen, and exhaling completely, allowing the belly button to sink down towards the spine. One more nice big inhale. And as you exhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe turn your wrists and ankles. If your legs are tented, go ahead and extend them out. We're going to inhale and reach our arms overhead for a nice big good morning stretch. And on your next exhale, bring those knees into your chest. Now you can either have your arms around your knees or behind the back of your legs. Either of those is fine. Inhale, pull those knees in nice and tight. On the exhale, allow your arms to drape out into the big letter T. Just like if you were in the library in class and you don't have room, you can go ahead and cactus those arms. So just put them at a 90-degree angle if you're a little tight on space. On your exhale, send those knees to the left side. And then you can look back to the right to get a little bit more stretch through that hip and thigh. Another thing I like to do is take my left hand and put it on top of my knees, because as you can see, my knees aren't stacked here, and really they should be stacked. But what happens then is my shoulder comes off the ground. So, because it's in the morning, this is my first practice of the day, you can hold that knee there and then relax that shoulder down. Good. On the inhale, we're going to come back to center. And then on the exhale, we're going to send those knees over to the right side. Same thing, you can put your right hand up on that knee and turn your head over the left shoulder to get a little bit more. Good. Inhale those knees back to center. Let's pull those knees into the chest and rock left and right just a bit. Remembering to breathe. And then when you're ready, you can either leave your hands on the outside of your knees or you can place them behind your knees. And in one big rock or lots of little rocks, rock forward. Good. From here, we're gonna turn. I'm gonna turn and face you, but you can stay face the same direction on your mat. We're gonna get ready to do our side body stretches. So hands by your side, inhaling the arms up till they touch. Exhale, right hand's coming down, reaching over the top. Remember to keep this left hip rooted down. So you don't wanna be here. You wanna keep that hip rooted down, and you can bring the forearm all the way down to the mat if that's accessible for you, or you can be up here on your hand. It doesn't really matter as long as you're feeling it through that side body. Now we're gonna inhale, get a little longer, and then exhale, turn that palm and face it towards the ceiling. And then if you need a little bit more, you can reach that palm all the way back around your back and grab a hold of either your waistband or the opposite thigh and twist open, twisting your chest towards the ceiling. Remembering to breathe. So if you're in the bind, we'll go ahead and reach back overhead and then come back up to full sit here. Then exhale, other side, reaching over the top. Same thing, keeping that hip rooted down. You can bring the forearm down to the mat if that's available to you. On the inhale, get a little longer. On the exhale, turn your palm face up. If you need a little bit more, you can reach all the way over. Reaching behind you. Twisting the shoulders so the chest opens up to the ceiling. If you're in the bind here, you can reach all the way back over the top and then come back up to center. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up with those arms. Exhale, we're going to lead with the chest and reach forward. Good. Chest is up. Good. And just breathe. Inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, reach a little farther forward. And walk your hands back. Lovely. And we're going to inhale those arms up one more time. Exhale, hands through heart center. Turn, palm face up, so like you're carrying the tray here. We're going to push that hand out. Good. And then pull down and back on each finger. Good. And then the whole thing all together. I know this is y'all's favorite. I'm pretending like you're here, even though you're not. Good. And we'll bring the hands back to heart center. And then switch to the left hand, pushing out, stretching through that carpal tunnel here. And then pull down and back on each one of your little fingers. Good. And then the whole hand again. Good. And then we'll return to heart center and shake it out. Okay, so I might have to touch my mouse here every once in a while. We'll put it down here so it's less obvious to keep the screen on. So we're going to inhale those arms up and then just exhale them down to your knees. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. So we did this last week, I believe, in the library. So we're just going to inhale the chest forward. It's just the same as we're on all fours. And then exhale, push all the air out. And then inhale forward. And exhale out. Inhale forward. And exhale out. This time you're going to inhale forward. And then on the exhale, walk those hands down, keeping the chest up. Your gaze can be up or towards your fingertips. Good. And then we're going to inhale, walk back. Now we're going to push forward over to our tabletop. So again, you can either roll forward onto all fours or just turn to your side. I'm going to move sideways so you can better see what I'm doing here. So you want to make sure that your hips are aligned over the top of your knees. Toes can be up or they can be flat. Shoulders, elbows, and wrists in nice alignment here. Making sure you're spreading the fingertips. Most often when wrists hurt in any kind of wrist-bearing activity, it's because our fingers are together, we're not spreading them out, we're not gripping through those fingers, right? So we're gonna take a nice big inhale and drop the belly down, tailbone comes up, chest comes forward through the shoulders. And then exhale, push the ground away with your knees and your arms. Tuck the tailbone in, tuck the chin under. Drop the belly down, inhale, exhale, push all the air out. Inhale, drop the belly down, tailbone comes up, chest comes up. Exhale, push all the air out. Good, return to neutral. Now, if you want to take a moment to go through a few of those at your own pace, please be my guest. It's kind of hard to do in a video format and see when people are done with it. So I'll give you a moment to do that here. You can also always pause and take any organic movements that feel good. Next, we're going to put our big toes together, put your toe mounds together, spread those knees about mat distance apart, and sink back into child's pose. Now, same thing. Child's pose can be more active if your arms are out. It can be less active if you tuck your hands behind you. And what I recommend most often is being on the forearms and putting your forehead on your fist. Take just a beat here. Good, if your hands are stacked, we'll go ahead and place your hands back on the mat. Slowly push yourself back up into tabletop. We're gonna slide that right hand just a little closer to midline, reach the left arm all the way up, and then exhale, send it through to thread the needle. Good, push yourself back up. Reaching all the way back up, and then exhale, place that left hand down. On the inhale, reach that right hand up, and then exhale, send it through. Good, pushing down, and reaching back up with the right hand, and replace it on the mat. From here, we're going to get ready for our first downward facing dog. So make sure your arms are in good alignment, shoulder width apart, fingertips are spread. Go ahead and tuck those toes, and then you're going to raise the tailbone into the air. Recall that your first down dog of the day, your heels are going to be off the ground, your knees are probably going to have some bend in it. The important thing is to have a nice flat back. We're going to take 3 big inhales and exhales here. On your last inhale, look forward to your hands and walk your feet to your hands, hands to your feet for our first forward fold. Same thing in our first forward fold. It's a little hard to see because of the hardwood floor and the 6-inch or 8-inch, whatever, wall thing that is back there, trim. But my knees are fairly bent. I'm working on that belly to thigh connection more than trying to have 6 straight legs here at the beginning. So just allow yourself to dangle, allow that head to relax. Inhale, straighten your legs, flatten your back. Exhale, release. Inhale, push down through your heels, bend those knees, come all the way up. Gaze comes up to meet your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. It's going to be a little bit hard to see hands and feet here because of the camera angle, but we'll keep going. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend those knees, push down through the heels, come all the way up. Gaze comes up to meet your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, push down through your heels, come all the way up. Gaze comes up to meet your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. We're gonna make Charlie's Angels Mudra, which is here, like pow pow. Standing up nice and tall. Exhale, send those hips to the left and reach over to the right. Good, inhale, back through center. Exhale, other direction. Good, inhale, back through center. Exhale, allow those hands to come all the way down, pushing the clouds away. Roll those palms facing forward, allow the fingertips to drip downward. Roll your shoulders back and down, and gently close your eyes. And close our eyes for just a beat. This is a time to allow your breath to slow, your heart rate to slow, allow you to reconnect, allow you to find some gratitude for the heat that we're going to build in the body. Take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Another nice big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Pull your eyes open. We'll jump right back in. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. On the exhale, we're going to step back with that left foot onto railroad tracks, okay? And find your balance here. And then we're going to drop the left knee, okay? Once you're in good alignment, I want you to push forward. Don't let that knee eclipse that toe. Don't let it go past the toe. Find your balance. Push down through your legs. And come all the way up. Nice big breaths here. Inhale and exhale. You're going to take your left hand here, place it on the ground, and open up to your right side. So right hand's in the air, left hand's on the ground. Exhale, bring that hand back down to the mat. Now from here, I want you to tuck your left toes, bring your left knee up off the ground, and you're going to send your right foot back, like so. So now you're in a nice high plank. Drop those knees. Inhale, pitch your weight forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Good. Inhale, raise up halfway for little baby cobra. And check yourself, make sure you don't fall. Exhale, release. Inhale, push back up, little baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, we're going to push back through tabletop, all the way up to downward dog. Tabletop, tuck the toes, downward dog. Good. On your next inhale, look forward. Walk your feet to your hands, hands to your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, push down through your heels, come all the way up. Gaze comes up to meet your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, step back with your right foot. Drop that knee. Untuck your toes. Same thing, push down through your feet, all the way up. Good, on the exhale, bring that right hand down, left hand cartwheels open for a nice twist. Good, on the exhale, we're gonna bring that left hand down to the mat. Tuck the toes on the right side this time, bring the knee up, and you have two choices. You can either step the left foot back or step the right foot forward and meet us in downward dog or in forward fold. I'm going to step the left foot back, drop to the knees, Pitch the weight forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, raise up. Little baby cobra. Exhale, push back through tabletop, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands, walk your feet to your hands, hands to your feet. Inhale, raise up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, push down through your heels. Come all the way up, gaze comes up to meet your hands. Exhale, arms out to the side, palms face forward. Close your eyes for just a beat. Allow your breath to return to normal. Allow those fingertips to drip towards the earth. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Blow it all out. Inhale and exhale, blow it all out. Flooding your eyes open. We're going to jump back in. One more sequence on each side. So if you're hanging with me, keep hanging with me. Pause it anytime you need to. It's hard for me to gauge how fast to go. All I can gauge it on is when I can't talk as well. So feel free to pause and catch up, or pause it and start it again later. Whatever you need to do, right? So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, push down through your heels. Come all the way up. Instead of bringing the arms down, on the exhale, sink down into chair pose. So your seat's going back, your toes are raising up, your chest is nice and high, and your arms are up straight. Now, you can also put your hands at heart center. That's okay too. And just breathe. Don't think about how long you're going to be here. You don't have anywhere else to go. Good. And then push all the way up. Exhale. Arms are coming all the way down this time, but back to prayer hands in the middle. Good. Inhale. Hands come down all the way up. Exhale. Let's go back to chair pose. Chest is up, toes are up. Seat is back. Good. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale, this time we're going to fold. It feels so much better. Good. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, step back with the right foot. Railroad tracks again, but we're going to spin that right foot down. Push down through your heels and come all the way up. Warrior one. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Spinning that back foot so it's parallel with the mat. Warrior two. Good. Straighten this front leg. Boop. Reach, reach, reach forward. Fall open to Trikonasana or warrior, or to Trikonasana or triangle pose. 2 big breaths here. We're going to exhale this right hand down, sandwich your left foot, and step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend those knees, push down through your heels. Come all the way up, victory. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, send those arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to step back with the left foot. Railroad tracks. Spin that left foot so it's flat. Push down through your feet and power up. Warrior one. On the inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, turn and twist. Sending that back foot parallel to the mat. Opening up for warrior two. And then take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, straighten that front leg. Reach, reach, reach forward. Fall open to a Trikonasana or triangle. Gaze can be at your fingers. If you're wobbly, you can look at your feet. On the exhale, close this left hand down. Sandwich those feet, that front right foot, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, push down through your heels. Come all the way up. Gaze comes up to meet your hands. Exhale, arms down, palms face forward. Roll those shoulders back and down. Gently close your eyes. Take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Another big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Flutter your eyes open. We're going to inhale those arms up, reaching way up there, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale, fold all the way down, bending the knees as far as you need to put the hands on the ground. Step back into down dog. Inhale, pitch your weight forward and just drop those knees into tabletop. Okay? So here in tabletop, make yourself a good neutral tabletop, and then we're going to push the ground away, protracting the shoulder blades. So push, 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 okay? Push, 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 and then breathe. We're going to do 3 more, so push, push, push. Pause and breathe. And then push, push, push. Good. Now from here, we're going to do cat-cow. So start with cat, inhaling, dropping the belly down, tailbone comes up, chest comes forward through the shoulder blades. Gaze can either be up or at the front edge of your mat if you have neck issues. Exhale. Push all the air out. Inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale. Push all the air out. Inhale, return to neutral. So here you can take a child's pose and pause if you'd like. I'm going to keep moving though. So we're going to return to our easy sit. One way to get there is to just cross your legs and roll over your knees. You can also turn to the side and roll over. So find your easy sit, whatever that is for you. We're going to inhale our arms up. And then exhale, turn the palms out. Exhale, just pushing the cloud away, right? Inhale, palms face up. Inhale. Exhale, turn the hands. Push the clouds away. Inhale. Palms. Exhale. Beautiful. This time we're going to inhale, reaching up. Only our right hand's going to turn. And we're going to exhale, reaching over to that right side. Good. Reach up. Exhale, turn that left hand. Reach over. Good. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. From here, extend your right leg. Keep that left foot tucked in. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure those sit bones are rooted in. You're going to turn and adjust yourself so that you're squared off to your extended leg. Now, sometimes I'll say point your belly button to your knee, and that's just so that you'll turn from the waist and not just from the top of yourself. So exhale, and then reach forward. Maybe you can reach for your knee, your shin, your ankle, or your foot. On the inhale, get a little longer. On the exhale, see if you can fold a little bit more. Good. Inhale, walk your arm back up. We're going to raise those arms up overhead. Your right hand's going to come to your left knee. Your left hand's going to reach over the top. Your left fingers are reaching for, like mine, probably aren't there, but you're reaching for your toes. Good. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. We're going to switch feet. So left foot extends, right leg, right foot comes in. Right? Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist towards your extended leg, and then fold forward. It's common for it to be different side to side, day to day. Inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, fold a little more. And then come all the way back up. We're going to inhale our arms up just like we did on the other side. Left hand's going to reach for the right knee. Right hand's coming over the top, reaching for those right toes. Gaze can be at the toes or at the arm above. Good. Inhale. Back up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. We're going to try something a little bit different. Let's put our feet together. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. And then I want you to count 3 fists from your body to your feet. So 1, 2, I need to scoop mine out a little bit, 3, okay? 1, 2, 3 fists, heels to body, okay? So I want you to sit up nice and tall. Doesn't matter if your knees touch the floor or not. If you're like me, my hips stay pretty tight, especially during the morning. So we're gonna inhale forward just like we did in seated cat-cow earlier. On the exhale, walk those hands forward. Then I want you to turn those hands palm face up and just allow yourself to dangle. So just put your head down. Allow yourself to dangle. Good. Turn those palms back up. Walk your hands forward. Now we're going to close those knees up. I'll turn sideways so I can better demonstrate. So I want your knees bent. Tented is another word for that. So knees face towards the ceiling. Chest, back shouldn't be round. So you want to stick your chest up. Nice flat back. Turn those palms face up. Now, we don't want floppy face up hands. So act as if you're holding a really heavy tray. And then I want you to zip yourself up. So starting with like a Kegel type exercise, clenching the muscles that stop and start the stream of urine. Start there and zip yourself all the way up. And then slowly lower. See how slow you can go. And then all the way back to a nice big inhale. Nice big good morning stretch. On the exhale, bring those knees in tight and hug back and forth, left to right. Good. Slowly lower feet to the ground. From here, tuck those shoulder blades in. We're going to take the right ankle, cross it over the left knee. Now maybe this is enough for you. Maybe you have sensation in that right hip, just right here, and that's totally fine. Stay here. Maybe you need to start bringing this left foot up to increase the sensation in that right foot, in that right hip. Important thing to do is to keep this right foot flexed. Good. Extend those arms out to the side. They can be at 90 degrees if you need to, if you don't have room. And then I want you to take this right foot and place it on the ground next to your mat. You can then look back over the left shoulder for a little bit more. You make this harder by bringing it closer to your chest. Good. Inhale, back to center. Extend that right foot up, and then slowly lower it down. Drag it back up to meet the left foot. We're going to do the same thing, opposite side. Take your left ankle, cross it over your right knee. Maybe this is plenty for you, and that's okay. Maybe you need to raise it up. Bring it closer to the body, that's okay too. Now we're going to take the left foot and turn and place it on the right side of the body. And then look over the left arm to increase the stretch. Both shoulders should be on the mat, so if you're like up off the mat here, then consider adjusting your legs. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, extend that leg, and then slowly lower it down. Drag it back. One last exercise here. We're going to put our feet together in Baddha Konasana and allow them to fall open. This might be pretty intense, so if you need to stick blocks under your knees or blankets or pillows or books or whatever you have on hand, that is a-okay. Just breathe into it. Try to surrender that interior hip. It's not easy to surrender it. On the inhale, close those knees back up. We'll get ready for our final resting pose or Shavasana. So tuck those shoulder blades under. You can tent your knees, allow your knees to knock in and your feet to be spread apart. You can also extend the legs if that's more comfortable for you. If your legs are extended, allow your feet to roll open, palms face up. If you're needing a little bit more, a little higher vibe, palms face down if you're needing more grounding. If you're super needing grounding and can't settle, palms over the abdomen. Take a nice big breath in through your nose and blow it out your mouth. Nice big inhale in through your nose and sigh out your mouth. Gently close your eyes, allowing yourself to settle in and breathe. If you feel like it, this is a good time to do a body scan. So starting at the tip of your toes, you can inhale and then exhale into each area, noticing any sensations. Anywhere you feel sensation, whether it's good or bad, just breathe into it. Try to release it with your breath. I'm going to be quiet and allow you to breathe, keeping those eyes closed. Begin to deepen your breath, filling the belly all the way up and exhaling completely. Filling the belly all the way up and exhaling completely. Begin to wiggle those fingers, wiggle the toes. Turn the head from left to right, maybe rotate the wrists and ankles. You can keep your eyes closed for this part, but you're just gonna roll to your favorite side and use your down arm as a pillow and your top arm as a kickstand. Knees should be bent. This is a good time to set an intention for the day. When you're ready, push yourself up to seated. Find your easy sit. And as you're doing that, I want to read you something. I found this verse from an author, Kitty O'Meara, excuse me. And it goes like this. The people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still. They learned to listen more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and people began to think differently. And before you know it, the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant and dangerous and mindless and heartless ways, the earth itself began to heal. And when danger passed, the people joined together again, and they grieved their losses, they made new choices, they dreamed new images, and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. So I leave you with that thought today. Again, my virtual doors are open. Really, my clinic doors are open too, but I've always seen people virtually as well, so that kind of is what it is. So with that, we'll take a nice big inhale, inhaling the arms all the way up, exhale, hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me in this online practice today. Namaste.